Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Tan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys the pregame press conference or team builder for week 12 of the NPA. Your New York Metapods are taking on the Orlando Magikarp and Coach Choice Specs. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Choice Specs actually took over for one of another coach, Sonic Brawler, I believe, and his team. So I think the total combined record between the coaches and their new franchise, whatever, is 2-8 so far, and we are 9-1. So definitely, we're looking pretty good from just a team matchup here. I'm going to kind of break down his team and then talk about what I'm bringing and stuff, and I think you guys are going to be really excited for some of the sets we're bringing this week, as I did kind of just have a little bit more fun with things, as we already clinched our playoff spot. We're guaranteed the #1 seed in our division or whatever, so it's kind of irrelevant at this point, and I thought I would get some action for some of the other Pokemon that maybe haven't seen that much action. So definitely show your love on that like button down below and subscribe if you're new. I hope you guys are excited for this team breakdown. So let's look at his team really quickly. I don't know what I just said, that was weird, but anyway, let's look at his team really quickly. He's got a Azumarill, really good Pokemon. Always got to watch out for that thing to set up a belly drum, because it could just sweep if it does that. He's got a Breloom, really cool Pokemon as well. Spore, could be Technician, Mach Punch, a couple things like that we have to keep an eye out for. Blastoise Pokemon I know very well after having it last season in the GBA. Reliable Rapid Spinner, could set Toxic, Scald, things like that, but otherwise it doesn't really do too much unless he wants to carry like a crazy amount of coverage on it. He's definitely bringing the Azumarill, though, I can tell you that, and I definitely anticipate the Blastoise potentially. He's got a Golbat, decent Defogger, does carry the Eviolite, of course, typically to boost its defense stats. Not quite as good as Crobat, but it has its like utility and viability in this format, in my opinion, as a decent hazard remover. Dusknoir, pretty cool Pokemon, tends to be let down a little bit by, Ghost typing's decent, but it tends to be let down by its lack of attack stat and the fact that it's a little slow, so that can be kind of hard to work with. Lanoon. It's a Lanoon. I mean, what am I supposed to say about Lanoon? Obviously, a threat to set up a belly drum with that Citrus Berry activating with Gluttony, and then it potentially could use Extreme Speed for priority to hit really hard. So 2 belly drummers, so we do have to keep an eye out for those 2 things. However, I do feel like our team can handle them. He's got a Lopunny, a very, very good Pokemon. Probably one of the best, Mega Evolutions in the format. Lopunny's a monster because it actually destroys Sableye because of the scrappy ability. Azumarill destroys Sableye if he's able to attack first and get that play rough off. So he's got a couple things there that make Sableye a little less useful. And Lopunny's just a really good Pokemon in general. I 100% think he's going to bring Lopunny. In fact, if he doesn't, that'd be very weird. Electros, really cool Pokemon. Typically run Assault Vest with like utility moves like Knockoff and Volt Switch and things like that. Shedinja, a Pokemon I know and love very, very well. It's kind of terrible though, because it dies to any sort of status and things like that. And Shedinja's 100% walled by Mega Sableye, so I don't really think he's gonna bring it, because it's a Shedinja and it dies to South Rocks and pretty much everything else. So Shedinja's just a Shedinja, man. Mawile, I think he could bring Mawile actually as his Intimidator, Stealth Rock setter. Also with Play Rough, can actually take on Sableye decently well, but of course if I burn him, I guess that's irrelevant. I don't know. And Kabutops as his Rapid Spinner. So ultimately, I mean, you could kind of see this team has some pretty huge flaws in it and definitely lacks some intimidation from a team prep standpoint. That doesn't mean we're going to easily win or anything like that. It just means that, he's got a couple really key threats, Azumarill, Mega Lopunny, and Breloom, and even Blastoise, really. Electros is decent, but his team definitely lacks a little bit of depth. So I think because of that, makes it a little bit easier to prep for, I think. So either way, like I said, we're going to take this match just as seriously as we would any other match, but I did prepare in a way that was a little bit more funky, so it was more for fun. So anyway, let's kind of jump into our team build here and what I'm going to bring. As you know, I think he's really going to bring Lopunny. I think he's going to bring the Azumarill. I think the Breloom and the Blastoise are likely as well. I'm actually thinking he's going to bring Dusknoir and Electros for the 6, but he could mix it up and switch out a few of those. But I really feel confident in saying Blastoise as his response to Entei, Lopunny as his response to everything like Sableye and things like that, and just general shenanigans. Azumarill because he needs like super hard hitting Pokemon, and Breloom. I think he's going to bring Breloom just because, like, it's a good Pokemon. It could spore something. It's fighting. I mean, yeah, maybe Breloom. Maybe Breloom if he's fearing, like, I don't know. Scolipede actually kind of runs through it. Maybe he'll bring Golbat to check Scolipede or something. I don't know. We'll find out, most certainly. We're going to find out. So anyway, let's talk about our team here, because that's the fun part. So the first thing I'm bringing, Cresselia. 100%. Got to bring Cresselia here. Why? Cresselia is my primary response to a couple things. One, helps me against Azumarill. Being fully physically bulky allows me to take on Azumarill a little bit better, and, excuse me, Sorry for the yawn. And also being able to check the low punny as well. Obviously, being able to take those high jump kicks is really nice. The leftovers is going to really help us out against return. We've also got the Moonlight there for reliable recovery to heal ourselves back up if we end up in a bad spot. Nothing on his team really can beat Cresselia one-on-one, so I think we could kind of win with Cresselia if he doesn't go Belly Drum Azu. I've got the Charge Beam on there, kind of weird, but he has a couple Pokemon that are weak to Electric type moves. I thought it'd be kind of fun to go for some Charge Beams, maybe get those special attack boosts, and because of how bulky we are, maybe we can sweep with it. So, I don't know. That's kind of my thought process there. We're running max HP, max defense. Here's where the fun starts, though, so get excited for that, as I clearly didn't button enough buttons on my shirt here today. Vesuvius, Modest Nature Vesuvius. Vesuvius with Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Fire Blast, and Toxic. Oh, baby, this is getting exciting already. Heat Rock, so I got 8 turns of Sun, of course. Only need Solar Beam, Fire Blast. Didn't really need any of the coverage. Solar Beam for Azu, Fire Blast for Breloom, and you could kind of, go all the way down the line. Really didn't seem to be any points or running anything else. The only thing I did throw on there was I threw Toxic on there, and the Toxic is actually for 2 things. One is for Electros, because I can catch that Electros if he's Assault Vest. I can just Toxic him, make him kind of like not really do too much of this. And if I want to Toxic something like maybe the Blastoise or maybe the Dusknoir specifically, actually, if he brought like an AV Dusknoir, it might be kind of tough for me to take down. So going for Toxic on that would be pretty useful. So either way, got that Sunny Day Heat Rock, baby, so we can set up the sun. We're gonna be chilling at the beach, you know, I'll be laying down in the sand, just relaxing, and it'll be a good time. So that's kind of the plan there. I think Entei Vesuvius could put in some work as that specially offensive attacker here. In terms of bringing Vesuvius this way instead of bringing it like physically offensive, I think the physically offensive set would have been better with like E-Speed, but what are you gonna do? I wanted to run Sunny Day Solar Beam finally, so I wanted to run it all season. So here's our Thundurus, here our Flash Drive. Decided to go Choice Scarf, enough speed to ensure we can outspeed things like that Low Punny. What's my speed? Yeah, I have max speed on this thing, so we do outspeed Low Punny, and I believe I wanted to make sure I can outspeed Adamant Linoon. I think that's why I ran max speed, because I felt like the bulk wasn't going to really matter. Cool thing to note, Hidden Power Flying on this thing. Decided to go Hidden Power Flying instead of a different Hidden Power, because it actually hits Low Punny and Breloom super effective. Also allows me to hit the Shedinja if I don't want to go for Dark Pulse. So my original plan was to run Sunny Day. Man, what is with these yawns? My original plan was to run Sunny Day on this thing, but then I realized afterwards, I sent it to my friend to create the Pokemon for me, and he was like, yo, Thundurus doesn't actually get Sunny Day. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a bummer. So I can't run Sunny Day on it. And he's not shiny anymore because he was left out in the sun for too long because he didn't have the sun. He couldn't run Sunny Day. He had to run Rain Dance instead. So anyway, we ran Dark Pulse as like a last minute, threw it on there because it hits Dusknoir a little bit harder, I guess, maybe a flinch chance. But realistically, this thing is just used to Volt Switch, Pivot, Thunderbolt on things, give me some Switch Initiative, and give me something faster than Mega Low Punny to potentially knock it out late game or mid game. Now, here's where things get more fun. We've got Arwen here, very good Pokemon this season, running max speed. His team is very, very slow. In fact, by running max speed Gardevoir, we actually outspeed everything on his team except for Linoon and Mega Lopunny, because he's not going to run max speed Golbat. That would be really weird. And if he brings max speed Kabutops, then I guess we speed tie with that. But I got to just run regular timid max speed Life Orb, Moonblast, Thunderbolt, Psyshock. It's like pretty much perfect coverage. Moonblast for pretty much everything. You know, Thunderbolt for a couple things, Psyshock for a couple other things, like the Golbat. Probably should have ran Psychic. Wait, why didn't I run Psychic? Was there a reason for that? I think I ran Psyshock because Psychic would have been better for Golbat, I think, but the Psyshock, I guess, will hit the Breloom a little bit better. I guess it's all good. I'm probably going to be fine. So I'm going to rock with the Psyshock here, but I think Psychic actually would probably be just a wee bit. No, I remember why I ran Psyshock. I ran Psyshock because of Electros. That's why. Because if he had Assault Vest Electros, I can hit it harder and potentially like knock it out if he's relatively low. So there's Arwen there. Also, threw the Sunny Day on there. I had Healing Wish, and then I realized Thundurus can't carry Sunny Day, as I said. So I put Sunny Day on Gardevoir as just a second chance to set up Sunny Day if Vesuvius can't do it. So kind of weird, but I figured why not? You can see where this team is leading. There's a reason why I want the sun up. I want the sun shining here, and that reason is Pinocchio making his debut. He is not going to be lying in this match. He is going to be making his opponents lie in their graves, because Pinocchio is here and he is ready to rock and roll. Pinocchio is rocking max attack and max speed with that Lonely Nature. Now that is going to allow us to outspeed a lot of things, and with the sun, we're going to be blistering fast. We're going to outspeed his entire team in the sun. And, of course, we resist the priority Aqua Jet, which is nice. We get bodied by Mach Punch by Breloom, so that's something we have to keep in mind. But we're going to be able to put in the work, man. We have... Oh, why do I yawn so much? We have some really cool stuff going on here. Growth in the sun, growth actually acts as a Swords Dance for both the special side and the physical side. So that's really cool. So we can boost up our extra sensory even though we're not even invested. Extra sensory actually allows us to knock out Lopunny after growth, and the Golbat also hits the Breloom, which otherwise I couldn't do because I have knockoff Leaf Blade. Although I guess if Breloom comes in, he's gonna Mach Punch and kill us anyway. But nevertheless, knockoff Leaf Blade absolutely destroys his team, especially in the sun. We're gonna outpace everything and hopefully get a pretty sweet sweep going on there for the homie Pinocchio. So I like that. Now, last but not least, we've got Amoonguss here, our fun guy, rocking a lot of HP investment, a lot of physical bulk and some special bulk as well. That Regenerator, Sludge Bomb, Clear Smog to help against Belly Drum Azu, Giga Drain, and Spore. Rocky Helmet to take those fake outs from the Lopunny, allow us to take on the Lopunny a little bit better. So Cresselia and Amoonguss really double to take on the Azumarill and the Lopunny together. This thing is really, really cool, and I think it could be huge this week. Obviously, putting things to sleep, just using that Clear Smog to keep them from setting up, and that Rocky Helmet could come in handy with that Regenerator. We got the fun guy. I was hoping he learned Chlorophyll, but he doesn't, so we have to run Regenerator. So I guess that's our Sun team for this week. So anyway, sorry for all the yawning. I'm actually really excited for this match. I'm going to play in about an hour or so from the time I'm recording this. You guys will see it tomorrow, and I'm really excited to be bringing Shiftry, guys, and just bringing some different stuff this week. I know a lot of people throughout the season, I mean, actually, we're the only team right now who have we have 3 Pokemon on our team with over 10 kills, which is pretty nuts. I believe Cresselia, Sableye, and Scolipede all have 10 kills on the team, which is pretty nuts. So we've used our Pokemon very, very effectively. Surprisingly, though, the team didn't really end up being the way I thought it was going to be. You know, I prioritized all this bulk with things like Amoonguss and stuff like that, and I really thought Druddigon was going to be big, and then I, like, barely brought all these Pokemon, and we've relied so much on things like, you know, Cresselia and Thundurus and Sableye and stuff like that. But hopefully we can pull out a win here. I will say this as something to note. I've never lost in the regular season while I brought Mega Sableye into a match. The only match we lost this season, I did not bring Mega Sableye. So let's hope that I can break this curse here. If you remember in GBA Season 4, the other time I had Sableye on my team, I only lost 1 game during the regular season, and that was the game I did not bring Mega Sableye. So maybe that's just my key to victory. But maybe I can win without it. I don't know. I've won a couple games in the past without a Mega Sableye on my team, so I did have Aggron and Metagross, but we'll forget that didn't happen. So anyway, that's my team, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the, you know, we'll see you guys in the match. Wish me luck. Hopefully Shiftry can put in some work. My name is Dan, also by aDrive. Peace.